You won't believe what just dropped. Exclusive, never-before-heard wiretap transcripts have leaked, revealing Lil Durk's hidden calls that could flip the entire King Von case on its head. This is the kind of explosive drama that's shaking the streets, tearing families apart and leaving fans absolutely shocked. For months, rumors swirled around what really happened the night King Von died, but now, these secret conversations are spilling tea hotter than ever before. Emotions are running high as friends and foes alike scramble to process the new information, because it's not just about the case anymore. It's about betrayal, loyalty, and hidden agendas. The streets are buzzing, social media is exploding, and the family is left divided like never before. What did Lil Durk really say behind closed doors? Who's telling the truth? And could this finally bring justice or chaos? Stay tuned, because this story is about to get wild, and we're breaking down every jaw-dropping detail right here. Trust me, you don't want to miss a second of this. The moment those wiretap transcripts leaked, the entire rap world felt like it just exploded. What seemed like a closed chapter on the King Von case suddenly reopened with a vengeance, and Lil Durk's name was dragged even deeper into the storm. Fans who thought they knew the truth were now questioning everything, because these calls revealed secrets no one saw coming, secrets that had been buried beneath layers of loyalty and lies. It all started with an anonymous source who claimed to have intercepted Lil Durk's private calls from the days following King Von's death. These calls weren't just casual conversations. They were full of tension, raw emotions, and a chilling glimpse into a world most people only see in headlines. The transcripts revealed a side of Lil Durk that shocked even his most die-hard supporters. Side tangled in accusations, regrets, and something darker. As the transcripts circulated, one call stood out immediately. In it, Lil Durk is heard speaking with an unidentified man, his voice low and controlled, but you could hear the weight of the situation pressing down on him. "We never wanted it to go this far," he said, almost whispering. "It was supposed to be just talk, just posturing. Now look at what happened. It's a mess." That line alone sparked rumors, was Durk implying that the whole thing spiraled beyond his control. But things got messier. The next call, recorded hours later, was a heated exchange between Lil Durk and someone believed to be close to the Von family. The tension was palpable. "You want me to fix this? The damage is done," Durk snapped, his frustration clear. The other voice fired back. "You had a choice to stop it. Now you're just making it worse." Fans immediately picked up on the betrayal vibe here. Was this the infamous family drama they'd only heard whispers about? The emotional stakes couldn't have been higher. King Von's death was tragic enough, but the transcripts showed how the fallout was tearing apart not just alliances, but family bonds. Some transcripts hinted at private blame being passed around, with Lil Durk caught right in the middle. "Never wanted Von dead," Durk insisted in one call, his voice breaking. "I did what I had to do to protect the name, but this isn't what any of us wanted." Listeners could almost feel the desperation in his words. Fans took to social media immediately, flooding the comments with shock and disbelief. If this is real, it changes everything," one fan tweeted. Another wrote, "I don't know what to believe anymore, but Durk sounds broken here." The fandom was divided. Some stood by Lil Durk, insisting he was being framed or misunderstood, while others felt betrayed, convinced the transcripts exposed a hidden truth that had been kept from the public. Friends close to King Von's circle weren't silent either. Several unnamed sources claimed the transcripts confirmed what they had suspected all along, that Lil Durk's involvement went deeper than anyone had admitted. The family was shattered, one insider said. They felt like Durk wasn't just a bystander, but someone who could have stopped this and didn't. Emotions ran high as the reality of the situation sank in. The family was left divided, caught between grief and anger, loyalty and doubt. But the story didn't stop at just emotional fallout. Some of the transcripts included moments that suggested a cover-up or at least an attempt to control the narrative. In one call, Durk can be heard telling a close associate, "We need to keep this quiet. No more leaks. If this gets out, it's over for all of us." The implication was clear. There were stakes much higher than just reputation or street credibility. People's freedom, perhaps, or worse. Then came the shocking twist. A portion of the transcripts revealed an exchange where Lil Durk seemed to admit to knowing about certain plans the night Von was killed, but claimed he tried to intervene. "I told them it was a bad idea. Told them to stop," he said in a desperate tone. "I couldn't control everything, but I tried." This line sent fans into a frenzy. Was Lil Durk a reluctant participant? Or was this damage control after the fact? The call also hinted at tension between Lil Durk and another rapper rumored to be involved in the events surrounding King Von's death. The argument was heated, voices rising. "You put us all in danger," Durk accused. The other voice snapped back. "Don't act like you're innocent. You signed up for this life." It was like listening to a powder keg about to blow, full of anger, blame, and broken trust. The drama was only escalating. Social media exploded with conspiracy theories. Some claimed that transcripts proved a setup. Others believed they showed a clear betrayal from inside Von's own circle. Reactions split families and friendships apart. The streets were talking, like never before, and every new leak added fuel to the fire. Amidst all this chaos, one thing was clear: the King Von case was no longer just about what happened that night. It had become a saga of betrayal, broken bonds, and hidden agendas. With Lil Durk at the eye of the storm, and with each call, the mystery deepened, leaving everyone wondering who was telling the truth and who was playing a dangerous game behind the scenes. As the public absorbed the transcripts, questions started piling up. If Lil Durk tried to stop the violence, why did it happen? Who else was involved? Were there other secrets still locked away in conversations that hadn't leaked yet? The story was far from over, and every day brought new revelations that kept fans and insiders on edge. The pressure mounted on Lil Durk like never before. Some fans demanded he come forward publicly and clear the air, while others prepared for what could be a legal nightmare. With emotions running high and tensions escalating, the stage was set for a showdown that could change everything in the Chicago rap scene forever. And, just when it seemed like the drama couldn't get any more intense, another bombshell dropped: a leaked voice note that seemed to directly accuse someone close to Lil Durk of betraying King Von. The note was raw, emotional, and packed with accusations that only added to the chaos. "How could you?" the voice pleaded. "You were supposed to protect him." The family was left reeling, friendships shattered, and fans desperate for answers. But, in true rap news fashion, the story twisted again when a trusted insider claimed Lil Durk was playing a long game. According to this source, the leaked transcripts were part of a calculated move to manipulate public perception, distract from other legal battles, and maybe even shift blame away from himself. "Durk knows how to work the media," the insider said. "This leak, it's just the opening move." So, what really happened? Was Lil Durk a protector, a betrayer, or just a pawn in a much bigger game? The transcripts painted a complicated picture full of contradictions, raw emotion, and unspoken threats. One thing's for sure: the King Von case just got way more complicated. And the rap world isn't going to stop talking about it anytime soon. As the transcripts continue to spread, more voices join the conversation. Some rappers and celebrities took sides, fans debated endlessly, and the family struggled to find peace amid the storm. Each call was dissected for clues, every word analyzed for hidden meaning. The narrative was no longer black and white. It was a tangled web of pain, power, and betrayal. This new chapter in the King Von saga revealed just how messy the streets and the music industry can be when loyalty is tested and secrets come to light. And at the center of it all was Lil Durk, a man whose name would forever be linked to one of the most controversial cases in Chicago rap history, just when the world thought it had seen it all. The leaks kept coming, and with them, the drama showed no signs of slowing down. As the dust settled from the initial shock of the Wiretap leak, the intensity only ramped up. People who had been on the sidelines suddenly found themselves dragged into the mess. And the streets were buzzing with speculation about what else might be hiding beneath the surface. The transcripts had opened a Pandora's box, and Lil Durk's name was at the center of every new theory. One of the most talked about parts came from a call where Lil Durk appeared to be grappling with guilt and frustration in equal measure. His voice cracked as he said, "I keep asking myself, could I have done more? Maybe if I'd said something sooner, maybe Von'd still be here." The raw emotion stunned listeners. For a moment, the rapper wasn't just a street legend or a superstar, he was a broken man haunted by what happened. But not everyone was buying it. The leaked transcripts also revealed moments of cold calculation. In one tense conversation with an unknown figure, Durk was heard plotting damage control. "We gotta spin this the right way," he said. "Make sure the narrative stays ours. If they think I'm the villain, it's done for me." Fans watching from the sidelines were stunned by this glimpse into the business side of the chaos. It wasn't just grief, it was survival. Meanwhile, the Von family was fracturing in real time. Some members publicly expressed disbelief and anger, hinting that they felt betrayed by someone they once considered family. One voice, close to the family but speaking anonymously, told us, "We trusted Durk, thought he was part of the brotherhood. Now, it feels like everything we believed in is a lie." Emotions ran hot, with accusations flying in private and public spheres alike. The drama wasn't limited to family and friends. Some of Von's close associates dropped hints that Lil Durk had been more involved than anyone had dared to say before. In a leaked message sent after Von's death, one person wrote, "Durk knew what was coming. He didn't stop it. That's what hurts the most." The suggestion that Durk could have prevented the tragedy but chose not to send shockwaves through. The fanbase, of course, Durk's camp, quickly pushed back. A trusted insider said, "Lil Durk's not the villain here. He's lost a brother too." This whole thing is getting twisted by people who want to see him fall. But with the transcripts revealing such conflicting emotions, guilt, anger, strategy, regret, it was hard for anyone outside that circle to know what to believe. Then came a jaw-dropping revelation. Buried deep in the transcripts, secret conversation between Lil Durk and an unidentified female voice, believed to be a close confidant, or perhaps a family member. In this call, the tone shifted completely. Durk sounded vulnerable, almost desperate. "They don't understand what we're dealing with," he said. "This isn't just about music or street life anymore. It's about survival, and sometimes that means making impossible choices." This added a new layer to the story. Fans began to question whether Lil Durk had been caught in a web of circumstances he couldn't control, trapped by the violence and loyalty that come with his world. Was he a mastermind or just another casualty in a brutal game? As these leaks circulated, new players entered the fray. Rappers and influencers took sides openly on social media, fueling the fire. Some defended Lil Durk fiercely, while others accused him of betrayal and deceit. Online feuds exploded, turning fan groups into battlegrounds. Hashtags trended, and the comments sections became war zones filled with heated debates and emotional pleas for the truth amidst the chaos. An unexpected twist came from an unlikely source. A rival rapper, who had stayed quiet since Von's death, suddenly released a statement hinting at deeper secrets. "There's more to this story than what's been leaked," he said cryptically. "People need to wake up and stop being pawns in this game." The cryptic message sent the internet into overdrive, speculating about what else might be hidden behind the transcripts. Back on the streets, tensions escalated between different factions tied to the case. Some rumors suggested that certain crews were preparing for retaliation, while others claimed there were efforts to broker peace behind the scenes. The transcripts hinted at secret meetings and phone calls where these plans were hashed out, but details remained murky. The sense of a ticking time bomb was palpable, while fans and insiders tried to piece together the truth. Law enforcement sources began to speak out quietly, confirming that the wiretap transcripts had become a key piece of evidence in ongoing investigations. One source revealed, "These calls are changing the way we look at the case. They're uncovering connections we didn't see before." For many, this meant the drama was far from over legal battles and courtroom showdowns. Loomed on the horizon, the pressure on Lil Durk intensified as rumors swirled that prosecutors were looking closely at the leaked transcripts. Some legal experts predicted that if the recordings held up in court, they could lead to new charges or at least complicate his legal standing. Fans worried that the man they'd rooted for might be facing his toughest fight yet, not just on the streets, but in the courtroom at the same time. Some of Lil Durk's closest allies began to distance themselves, fearing the fallout. Leaked messages showed a chilling shift in loyalty, with some associates telling Durk, "This isn't looking good for you. You gotta lay low." The once solid circle of support was crumbling, replaced by whispers of betrayal and backstabbing. But Durk wasn't silent. In one of the calls, he could be heard rallying his team, saying, "We fight this together, or we fall alone. No matter what, we handle our business." It was a defiant moment, showing a man refusing to be broken despite the mounting pressure. Fans rallied behind him, but the cracks were undeniable. The emotional toll on everyone connected to the case was visible in the transcripts. Moments of heartbreak, anger, and confusion spilled out like never before. In one chilling call, Lil Durk breaks down, saying, "I never wanted this pain for anyone, especially not Von's family." It was a rare glimpse of vulnerability that few expected to hear from the rapper known for his tough exterior. Yet the anger and accusations never stopped. Behind the scenes, the family feud grew, with some members blaming Durk openly and others trying to keep the peace. Leaked conversations showed arguments escalating, with voices shouting, "How can we heal when the truth is this messy? And we need answers, not lies." The family was stuck in a painful limbo between mourning and mistrust. Amid all this, a new narrative started to take shape online, one that suggested Lil Durk might be playing a long con, waiting for the right moment to reveal his side and turn the tables. Some fans speculated that the leak was orchestrated to gain sympathy or distract from other issues. Others warned that the full truth was still buried, and that, when it came out, it would shock everyone again. In the midst of all this chaos, there were also moments of hope. Some transcripts hinted at Lil Durk reaching out to Von's family privately, trying to make amends away from the public eye. "I want us to find peace," he said quietly in one call. This has gone too far. If true, it showed a man desperate to mend fences and end the cycle of pain. But even those moments were fraught with tension. Some family members refused to accept any apologies, and leaked responses were cold and unforgiving. "Words don't fix this," one replied. "Only truth does." It was clear that whatever happened, healing would be a long, difficult road as these revelations unfolded. The King Von case became more than just a headline. It was a living, breathing drama, playing out in real time, full of heartbreak, betrayal, and raw human emotion. Lil Durk's name was at the center of it all, but the story belonged to everyone involved, each struggling to find their place in the chaos, with the public watching closely. Every leaked call became a piece of the puzzle, and every new detail added fuel to the fire. The stakes were higher than ever, and the outcome remained uncertain. What started as a tragic event had become a saga of loyalty, lies, and survival in the harshest spotlight imaginable.